15 years. It's enough time to age, to grow apart, and to forget the little things. Like the tone of someone's voice or how they like their morning coffee. When Emily and I ended our marriage, it didn't happen in some dramatic storm. There were no betrayals, no shouting matches, no doors slamming shut. Just a slow, quiet unraveling. We became two people occupying the same space, no longer connected. I remember lying awake beside her at night, listening to her steady breathing, wondering how we had drifted from sharing secrets in the dark to barely brushing fingertips. We gave it our best shot. We saw a counselor, scheduled date nights, even took a brief trip to the coast in hopes of reigniting something. But everything had dimmed. Our talks turned into surface-level chatter. Silence, once peaceful, became suffocating. We were housemates, raising a beautiful daughter, but nothing more. Then, one night after our little girl had fallen asleep, Emily looked at me with eyes heavy from years of trying and simply said, "I think we both know this isn't working anymore." I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just nodded. A few weeks later, she moved out. Those first few years were the roughest. Not because I missed her exactly, but because I missed the life we once envisioned. I missed the quiet mornings with the scent of her shampoo lingering in the air. I missed hearing her hum while making breakfast. I missed the version of us that used to dream. I tried dating again, but nothing ever felt deep or real. I'd return home, pour a drink, and sit in silence that felt heavier than before. Our contact remained limited, just updates about our daughter, logistics, school functions, tuition deadlines. And when she left for college, even those exchanges disappeared. We stopped calling, stopped texting. It was as though we had both quietly agreed to vanish from each other's lives. And that, I believed, was the final chapter. Then one day, out of nowhere, 15 years later, I got a message from a number I didn't recognize. I nearly deleted it, assuming it was spam. But the first words caught me, "Hey, it's me, Emily." My heart paused. I stared at the screen, trying to make sense of what she could possibly want after all this time. Her message was short, but it hit deep. "I know this is unexpected, but I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for everything." I must have read those lines 5 times. I didn't know what to feel. What could I even say? That I had waited to hear this? That it no longer mattered? I didn't reply, not that night, not the next. But on the third night, after rereading her words for what felt like the 100th time, I finally responded. "Thank you. That means more than you know." She replied almost instantly. She told me she'd been through a lot lately: therapy, a second marriage that didn't work out, health scares, long stretches of loneliness. She said that as she got older, she found herself looking back more often. And with that reflection came clarity. She admitted that during our marriage, she had no idea how to express love, and she unfairly placed blame on me for her own unhappiness. She said she still carried guilt for how we ended. So we started talking again. Slowly. Gently. Not with romantic intentions. Not with any plans to reconnect in that way. Just two people trying to stitch up old wounds that never truly healed. We talked about our daughter. We shared old memories. Some recalled the same, others not. Once or twice, we laughed. Real laughter. The kind I hadn't shared with her in almost 20 years. Then one day, she said something that stayed with me. "I used to think you were the reason things fell apart, but the truth is, I didn't know how to love myself. So how could I have ever loved you properly?" That broke something open inside me. For years, I carried this quiet shame, this nagging feeling that I had failed her, that I wasn't enough. And now, here she was, telling me it wasn't all my fault. We never made plans to see each other. There was no emotional reunion at a cafe, no dramatic movie ending. Just messages. Just words. But within those words, something began to settle in me. Something that had remained unsettled for far too long. It wasn't forgiveness, exactly. It was more like clarity. Closure. 15 years after we signed the papers and walked away from the life we built, my ex-wife sent a message I never expected. It didn't change the past. It didn't undo the hurt. But it gave me peace. Because sometimes, we don't need to return to what was. We just need someone to finally acknowledge what we went through. And for the first time in years, I finally felt seen.